So this is interesting. There's two articles. I only included the one here. This will lead into our final story main topic. But both Ian McGregor and Hayden Christian have come out in interviews this week and said they would love to do an Obi-Wan season 2. And Hayden Christensen said he would take any opportunity to play Darth Vader again. So I thought that was interesting. And it's funny because that is actually where the whole digital voice thing came from. They took James Earl Jones' voice from, the early Darth Vader appearances, the early movies, and put it into that engine and made the vocals for because that scene at the end where they're fighting and it's half Darth Vader and half Hayden Christensen talking, like they used that for his voice so they could get that, like, because you can't have a younger Hayden Christensen sound like a 90-year-old or 92-year-old James Earl Jones. It had to work, it had to fit, and but yeah, so I don't know, I like Obi-Wan season 1 was okay, but once you got to that final fight at the end, it was like I loved it. Like that's why you watch the show, is for that final lightsaber battle. You're shaking your head, Don. You did not like Obi-Wan?
No, I loved Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay.
Like, and you're right. The fight between him and Vader was one of the most emotional things I ever felt.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But I liked the whole show. I really did. I liked the character development that Princess Leia got. I know for whatever reason people complained about that.
No.
But I thought it was great character development.
And you could do a season 2 and bring the kid back who played Luke and give Luke a little bit of development at that point.
You could. With all that said, though, I want to see Hayden Christian more as Anakin Skywalker, because as Vader's visual and the way he sounds, that makes Vader. I'll talk more about that later. But don't get me wrong, I love the whole, you saw half of his face was Hayden Christensen, the voice going in between Hayden Christensen and James Earl Jones. I loved all that. But we've seen it. We've seen it.
Yes.
Like, I don't want an Obi-Wan season 2 where all they do is every season, they find a way to bring Obi-Wan and Darth Vader back to a fight. Like, there's supposed to be a lot of time between the last fight and when he let him kill him on the Death Star so that everyone could escape. So I would love to see Obi-Wan season 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, but I'm done with the Obi-Wan Vader thing. We're done. We've seen it. He needs to be far away, or else it will make no sense.
Actually, it's funny. Before John chimes in, I watched a video. Pardon me. There's a deleted scene in Revenge of the Sith where, so you saw Yoda meditating and he hears Qui-Gon's voice telling him to go to Dagobah, and then at the end where there's no talking, it's just the music playing, and they show Padme's funeral, they show Darth Vader on the Death Star on the Star Destroyer, and the Death Star is being built, and they show baby Luke being brought to Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen, and baby Leia being taken by
Organas.
The Organas. Yeah. So but there was a scene of Yoda landing on Dagobah, but they cut that because Lucas said, I want to concentrate on just the Skywalkers at the end of this, which I don't disagree with that. But the idea was then he landed on Dagobah and he learned about how to communicate with Force ghosts and Qui-Gon while on Dagobah, and then how he could become one at the end. And I bring this up because at the end of Obi-Wan, the whole show, he's talking to Qui-Gon, and you don't see him until the end of the last episode. Qui-Gon shows up, And it's like, oh, been a long time. Yeah. So like there should be, and this is what Star Wars should be doing instead of giving us the Acolyte. They should be giving us a season 2 of that show where Qui-Gon is teaching Obi-Wan some more things about being one with the Force, so that it makes more sense when he fights Vader and in episode 4 that he lets Vader kill him because he knows he's going to become one with the Force. So, that's my take on it. All right, John, what do you think? Do you want more Hayden Christensen as Anakin or Darth Vader, or you want an Obi-Wan season 2?
I wouldn't mind it, but I would also rather see them concentrate on new stuff, not
Okay.
Skywalker saga stuff, but like come up with something, a new saga, maybe like like Don has said, like pull some stuff from Yuza Vong, bring them in, do something cool, it's something big. They need something big, something cool, and something driven by the fans, not by a board. So, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a season 2 of that. I just, it was.
Wait,
it was good.
I'm going to deconstruct that statement for a second. I want to see something dictated by the fans and not by a board, but that's something our old co-host, oh my God, JD would say all the time, is that you can't create art by committee, and having the audience dictated is kind of the same thing. I think the problem is they let someone create, sorry, Don, the Acolyte, who had a single vision, who had a I want to say a more darker idea of the Jedi, right? Like they were down on the Jedi. In fact, I've talked to people and listened to other podcasts where they talk about that show, and like they didn't like the Jedi so much after that show, right? And it's, look, I get it. It's the feel of an organized religion, and people don't like that, and all that stuff. And there is corruption within those organizations. I get it. We're also at the beginning of the fall of the Jedi and all that kind of stuff. But like, no one looked at it and said, hey, you know what? The fans might be pissed off by some of this stuff. Like, let's take a step back and figure out like where we can tweak it. And is that wrong? Is that right? I don't know. But yeah, I think a lot of people were pissed off by the Acolyte, not because it was some board who decided it, but because somebody with a single vision trying to tell a story that didn't really kind of fit with everything else in Star Wars, Well,
like, also, you need to have a horrible. It wasn't a really great story.
No, it wasn't a great story, but you need people to step in and say, hey, you know what? Let's tweak this a little bit, because fans might be pissed off if you show all the Jedi being assholes and not caring, So,
or just being damn incompetent.
Well, yeah.
Anyway,
thanks for watching this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. And don't forget to watch us live every Sunday night right here on this channel.
While you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss out on any of our great upcoming content.
Speaking of content, don't forget to check out our website, superheroespeak.com, where you can find the podcast, links to our social media, merch, comic reviews, and so much more. That's superheroespeak.com.
Thanks for watching, and don't let your cape be caught in the door. See you next time.